Let's see. Hello, hello. Let's get this going here. Hello, hello, everybody. Let me see. Okay, where am I looking? So, I hope the lighting is okay. Hello, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. I wanted to stop in and talk about this thing, not this thing, but just talk about and ask you, can you be authentic in the workplace? Many of us feel like authenticity means that, if your vocabulary consists of four-letter words, well, I can't be authentic because I can't say these four-letter words. And you know what? Let me stop because I'm just all in and I'm ready to get going. But let me stop and say hello to those who just joined and not take for granted that some of you may not know who I am. So let me stop and pause. I apologize. My name is Lashana Williams. I am the CEO and founder of Women's Journey to Success. That is a Facebook group out there that just helps women to achieve their desired level of success. So please, please, please go out there and look for it. It's Women's Journey, and that's the number 2, success. And so again, my name is Lashana Williams, and I want to say hello, Mr. Professor. Thank you for sharing this in this scope because I feel like this is going to be a great one. And like I said, I just wanted to just get going with the message. Miles Flank, hello, how are you? Hello, hello, hello. And just get with the message. So the message for today, or the question for today, is can you be authentic in the workplace? And the answer is yes. But I believe that many of us have this false definition of authenticity. So I'd asked many of the people that I coach, and they're like, no, I don't feel like I could be authentic. I use curse words, or I use my hands to express myself, or I can't dress like this, or I can't, all of these things that are really not what authenticity is. Authenticity is being true to your core values and being true to the essence of who you are. And it does not mean that just because your vocabulary may consist of four-letter words that you need to, that's what your vocabulary needs to be at the workplace. No, you need to tailor your vocabulary at the workplace because that's what's necessary and that's what standard. But you don't go up in your church and spout out all these four-letter words. So why in the workplace, when you have to kind of tailor your vocabulary, it's like, oh my gosh, I can't be authentic. That is not the case, but you need to stay true to who you are. Now, for example, for me, I'm an introvert. When I come into work, yes, I have a smile on my face, but please believe I need time to decompress. I need time to get into the whole mindset of I'm at work and now I have to do work. So I tell my colleagues and I tell the people that support me that until I have my cup of coffee or until I have my breakfast, that's when we need to chat, and that's when we can talk about your day, your night before, your weekend, or what have you. But that's being true to who I am. That is me, and I need to let people know. So that's what I mean by being authentic. I am not a person who talks just because to hear myself talk. And so in meetings, I'm taking that in. And I'm that person that when I have something to say, I'm going to say it. But I'm true to who I am. The essence of who I am outside of work is the same person. The same person comes into work. Now, do I use four-letter words at the workplace? No, and I try not to use them at home either. But if that's your thing, great. But just like for some of us, we like a cup of wine, a glass of wine with a meal. Do you go to work and have a glass of wine with your lunch? No. So those things are not being authentic. Those things are just kind of things that you do. Yes, be true to yourself, but be professional. That is so true. That is so true. And I wanted to, I just want to get that out there because it saddens me when people are like, I can't be true to myself, and they just don't really understand what that means. They're so caught up in the material things or what they can and cannot say, and that's not it. Even if you are a direct person, because I'm from New York and I live in Atlanta now. And when I first came into the workplace, they were like, oh, you're too direct. I had to figure out a way to be direct, but also be compassionate and also work within the culture that I was in. So I didn't stop being direct. I'm still that direct person. I still want to get to it. I still, as you see on the scope, like I'm like, yeah, this is the message. That's still me. But I have learned to take a step back. And if I'm being direct and people are not getting me, I know how to stop. But I'm still that same person. Yes, yes, yes. You could be authentic, yet corporate culture will still be what it is. Yes, yeah. But you know what? You got to figure out what's a fit for you. Like I said, if for me, I worked in a bank and it was stuffy and they were very kind of straight and narrow. That didn't work for me. That didn't work for the way I am, my personality. It didn't even fit with my core values because they were doing a lot of things that did not align. And so I had to leave, but that was my choice and I had to assess that. So again, I'm not saying stay in a place where it's not aligned to your core values or who you are. Yeah, you have to accept what you cannot change or transition out. That is so true. That is so true. And you have to be okay with that. And so many of us don't. We feel like we're stuck and we have to stay in this, but you have the power to change that. And so if it's not aligned with who you are, please take that assessment and get out. Because that's the only way you're going to be fulfilled. That's the only way you're going to be happy. If you stay in a place where you feel like you're in a box and you can't be yourself and you can't do this and you're not fulfilled, you're going to be so unhappy. And we work 8 to 12 hours a day. That's too long for you to be unhappy and feel like you can't be yourself. So again, I didn't want this scope to be too long, but the whole notion and the whole thing about being authentic is very, very near and dear to me. And it is one of the principles of success. Like you cannot be successful if you are trying to be somebody else. Somewhere down the line, you are going to mess up. You can't be someone else. They're already taken. Be you and be the best damn you can be. And if a place, if a person, if something does not fit with who you are, but also realize and appreciate what is working for you until transition happens. That is true too. Yeah. It wasn't like when I did have to transition that I said, this is not working for me. Let me quit. I did assess what was going on, what I could take away from that place, what I could learn before I transitioned out. So you're absolutely correct. You just don't say, this doesn't fit with me. This doesn't fit with my authentic nature. And you walk out. You do assess what is there and you utilize that until you can transition out. So that is great advice. So again, I just wanted to ask you, can you be authentic in the workplace? And you really need to take an assessment of what that means. Who are you? And we'll talk about that another time. You got laid off the other day looking at it as a new opportunity. That you have the perfect mindset. Yeah, that is awesome. Yeah, you have to look at it as a new opportunity because when one door closes, another door opens. And I truly, truly believe that. And hopefully you were already in a place where you were making that preparation in your mind, like you kind of knew what you wanted to do if anything ever happened. And I will talk about that in another scope too. It's like be prepared for what comes next. We should always think about what is my passion? What's my purpose? What do I want to do? I always ask, what do you want to do when you grow up? But that's a topic for another conversation. Again, ask yourself, can you be authentic in the workplace and really assess what authenticity is? So this is Lashana Williams, again, founder and CEO of Women's Journey to Success. You're so welcome. And thank you for your tips. That was great. And tap the screen for hearts. And like I said, this is Lashana Williams, CEO and founder of Women's Journey to Success. And I have a Facebook group out there, so join it. It's full of positivity, resources, tips, tricks, everything to help you to achieve your desired level of success. I'm also launching my book, The Stranger Within, one woman's journey to self-love. So hopefully you will pick up a copy of the book. Again, Lashana Williams, have a wonderful day. Thank you. Bye.